Okay, guys, before we get to our Pac-12 rivalry game on Saturday, I'm going to tell you how you can get some free picks every day sent right to your cell phone. If you want to get them from Dave Koken, just text Koken, C-O-K-I-N, to 313131. And Jim, people can get plays to your cell phone or to their cell phone right from you every single day for free.
Absolutely. It's the easiest way to go, and you really should do this because we send them right to your phone, right to your cell phone every day. Just text WINNER, W-I-N-N-E-R, to 313131, and we will send you a free play right to your cell phone each and every day.
Okay, our last game, guys, you got UCLA and USC out west. USC has home court in this city rivalry game. And this UCLA team, they stumbled against Oregon State the last game, but still, they're still a top 20 offense. Meanwhile, Jim, you get this USC team that's 10-12 overall, just 1-8 in the Pac-12. 2 games remaining, of course, against UCLA. Here's one of them. This might be the Trojans' Super Bowl, but can they find some defense?
Well, these teams met on January 5th, and UCLA won that game 107-73. And UCLA shot 57%, USC 42%. This is a real mismatch. It's an inner-city rivalry, so you're not dealing with a lot of travel issues here. I mean, it's across town. It's a big rivalry, whether it's football, basketball, anything. And these teams really want to get after each other. So they're going to do that. I don't think you're going to see much of a letdown from UCLA, especially after coming off the loss. But it is tough to get up for a team that you beat by 34 points the first time you played them only a month ago. So that comes into play. This definitely, this 17-5 straight-up team, UCLA, is far superior to USC. So it's going to depend on what kind of line we see on the game. This comes down to a number play for me, and we have to see that number.
Okay, this UCLA team, they're winding up a 3-game road trip here. They did lose at Oregon State on Sunday by 4 points. They were a 5-point favorite in the game, and they love to run the basketball. They're top 20 in the country in scoring. They're 8th in the nation in shooting, almost 50%, tops in the Pac-12 in scoring. And this defense, surprisingly, is good for the Bruins. They're second in field goal shooting defense, just 42%. And here's a USC team that's 1-8 in the Pac-12. They're not winning games or covering, 3-7 against the spread. In fact, against the Pac-12, they're just 2-10 against conference opponents. And here's why. They struggle offensively, but they're last in scoring defense, giving up 82 points per game. They can't hit free throws, just 64% from the line. I mean, the most recent game they played against Oregon, they did get the cover. They were a 13-point dog, lost the game by 12 points, but still, they were 14 of 22 from the line, just 63%. So if you're betting a team that can't hit freebies and it's coming right down in the last minute to covering a game or not, you don't want to have a team like USC at the line clanking freebies that you may need to get the cover. So that's a big part of why this team can't cover. I got to believe that USC is going to want to slow this game to a crawl. Jimmy, you mentioned that first game was an absolute blowout. USC did beat this UCLA team in one of the meetings last year and allowed 38% shooting. It was a 75-71 win, and that was an overtime win. Oddly enough, at UCLA, the visiting team won both these games, which can happen in these rivalry area games. And keep in mind, UCLA is just so good on defense, 42% shooting. They're on a 17-4-1 run under the total when they play on the road. So, Jeff, I'm looking for more of a slower pace here than the first meeting.
Yeah, but it's nice. I'm kind of like a UCLA fan myself. It's nice to see the Bruins playing up-tempo after all those years with Ben Howland. Howland didn't really care about offense. He was a totally defensive coach. Anything that happened on the offensive end was almost incidental. So it's good to see UCLA back to the days where they play more exciting basketball. But they're coming off a terrible game against Oregon State on Sunday. They shot 39% from the field. Jordan Adams was 0 for 9. They missed a good opportunity to gain a game on Arizona. They had 3 big runs before that versus Stanford, Cal, and Oregon. They just weren't into it on Sunday. It looked like they were looking ahead to watching the Super Bowl. It was just one of those games where they just looked terrible. The first meeting, as Jim said, they blew out SC. They were favored by 12.5, won by 34. USC was getting blown out a lot earlier in the season. Now they're usually making it competitive. They lost 3 in a row, but 2 of those were in overtime versus Stanford, Oregon State. SC is playing better, but they're in revenge. Bruins will be focused coming off a loss, but I'll still give the edge UCLA in this game. As you said, the USC might want to try to slow it down, but they really don't like to do that with new coach Andy Enfield. So I'm not sure if they can control the tempo or not, but I'll take UCLA to once again win this game by double digits, John.
Okay, let's get to some best bets and tell everybody what we have going on. I'm going to go with Texas Tech and the Oklahoma State game under the total. Texas Tech on that 12-4-1 run under the total. If you want to get on board with Mr. Vegas, he has his college total of the year going on Saturday. You can play right through Sunday and get that play for $15. 1-866-896-1627. Jeff, you're on that 34-20 college basketball run. The blockbusters are just coming through. 11-1 in the NFL, 6-1 in college, and you have a big special and a TV game going on Saturday.
Yeah, I made Villanova my best bet on the show, and now you got to get 5 days for $5, including my conference TV game of the month that goes on Saturday. Just call LVSS 1-866-575-8916. 5 days, $5, including a conference TV game of the month. $5. 1-866-575-8916.
Well, Jim, you have the big one going on Saturday. I'm not talking about the Super Bowl. That you already cashed in on. You have your college basketball game of the year going Saturday, $250 online. How can folks get a piece of that?
Well, it's real easy. Just write this number down and call it right away, 1-866-841-1655. It's $25. You can get this $250 value game, the college basketball game of the year, which lines up perfectly. We're most of the way through the season before the tournaments start, and these teams are really shaping up to, and then we know them so much better than we did before the season started as well. Now, you can play also through Sunday. It's all for $25. You get the big game, you play through Sunday, 1-866-841-1655. The game has to win, or you can play the rest of the season in college basketball for free on me. That's 1-866-841-1655. And as far as the best bet's concerned, it's real tough at this moment because there's, most of the games we just talked about I actually have a pretty good feel for, except for the line. But, I look for Oklahoma State. They're far superior to the team they're playing here, and they're coming off all these losses. It's very meaningful for them to get back in track. They have the talent. The coaching has got to get it together, and I'm not too sure that they can step up their defense, but against a team that struggles the way this team does, I think they can come in here and win the game and cover.
All right, very good, guys. That's going to do it for this week of Proline. Thanks for joining us, everyone. If you want plays from Jim Feist, Jeff Sod, and Mr. Vegas and more, go to jimfeist.com. Good luck with the games, everyone, and we'll see you next week with another edition of Proline.